That must be
twice
something new,
deprived.
because
I
when I
don't
was a kid, we didn't do
celebrate
that.
Well, you just say that.
Page 2, please, Judge. This is a matter of Kirk Banks, J320555, present today with his father, Glenn Banks. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Counsel, Mr. Robinson from the Public Defender's Office, and for DRRP, Ms. Ferguson. Correct, ma'am? Yes. Thank you. This is the time set for Kirk's entry of plea on petition number 1, please.
Thank you.
Oh, no, that's fine.
Okay.
Your Honor, this matter's been resolved on an amended count 2 of petition 1. Kirk's going to be admitting to that count amended to a misdemeanor battery with dismissal of count 1. As part of that negotiation, the state retains the right to argue those facts, and restitution with no conversion will be ordered.
Correct statement of negotiation.
All right. Kirk, what you've heard is a negotiation. Now, that's a fancy lawyer word for an agreement. Do you know what an agreement is? Gotta hear, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
If you wish to go along with this agreement, you must give up your rights that I'm going to tell you about. They are the right to go to trial, the right to make the state prove the charges against you, the right for your attorney to question the witnesses against you, and the right to present witnesses and evidence in your defense. Do you wish to go along with this agreement and give up these rights?
Yes, sir.
Count 2 on petition 1 is being amended to misdemeanor battery. What did you do wrong?
Stopped a guy from taking a paper. I placed my hand out, and he ran into it.
Battery is very broad in its statutory definition. It's offensive or harmful bodily contact, and that's the basis under which.
Yeah, but he wasn't moving. It was the other person that was moving.
But for the fact that he put his arm out, the individual wouldn't have had any contact with Kirk's person, so
Do you
that's
intend
sufficient.
to contact the other person? Do you intend for your arm to have contact with the other person?
Yes, remember?
To stop.
Yes.
Stop him from grabbing the paper.
To say yes.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Count 2 as amended on petition 1 is admitted. Count 1 is dismissed. Recommendation?
DRP?
Yes.
He has been compliant and following the rules, and there will be no other information.
Okay, DRP will be terminated.
Okay, formal probation, 6 months. Community service, 64 hours. Coroner's program, must attend school, no association with native peers. Restitution, any other special conditions deemed necessary by the PO, and a letter of apology.
Your Honor, we would also ask for a curfew for probation. We would ask that the no contact order be extended to Scott McCabe, the victim in this case. We would ask that restitution be ordered with no conversion to community service. The victim in this case suffered 2 stab wounds in his neck, which required stitches. So there will be restitution. Other than that, we would submit it.
Mr. Robson?
Submit on those recommendations.
All right. We'll adjudicate on count 2 as amended on petition 1. 6 months of formal probation, 64 hours community service, coroner's program, mandatory school, no association with negative peers or the victim, restitution with no conversion to community service, an apology letter, and curfew by probation.
Your Honor,
And any other conditions of probation should be appropriate.
if I could just make one request, forgive me, and I don't know if the state would be opposed. There's an ongoing separate civil dispute between the family and the victim. It might be, I think, better for Kirk to write a report on the dangers of violence than it would be an actual apology letter, if that would be all right instead.
Well, he can write an apology for sticking his arm out. I mean, that's what he just admitted to, an offensive touching, which ended up causing damage to this man's neck. I mean, it doesn't have to be, it's going to be up to the probation officer, but...
And that's not really a terrible sticking point, but that would be my only request.
Here's what we'll do with that. Let the probation officer get more facts about what's going on. If probation determines that an essay is more appropriate, then I'll let probation make that determination. So it's either going to be an apology letter or an essay, a 500-word essay.
Okay.